Alright. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who were well, and salutations to you, Akim on the four corners, pushing this truth out. Alright, doing a sit down. First and foremost, I want to say this. We coming, to the holiday season, as you may say, and you got the prophets of the Lord going out to these highways and byways, letting our people know that these wicked so-called holidays are not supposed to be worshipped, man, especially from our people. And our people, they come up with all types of excuses to continue in their folly. And we're coming to we are in the last days, and we're coming to the time where the Lord's not playing with Israel no more. There's going to be a lot of death and destruction to the house of Israel because you don't want to repent, you don't want to turn back. So, while the world may see us, we're going out here and doing the vain thing, but ultimately, man, we are washing the blood off our own hands, because once we learn not to, dwell in this uncleanness and this unrighteousness about celebrating these holidays, but we're also washing the blood off our hands by telling our people, man. And y'all come up with all types of excuses saying why they celebrate it, why they still do it, or it's not bad, this, that, and the third. But I'm not gonna get into the whole reason why Christmas is bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's in the Bible. I could bring out Jeremiah and explain how the Christmas tree represents the rod of the dick of the penis of Nimrod. But that's for another day. I'm pretty sure other brothers have made videos on it. So I'm just gonna get to the scriptures. I'm gonna start off with James chapter 4. This is verse 17. James chapter 4, verse 17. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. Right. And what is sin? Sin is a transgression of the law, according to 1 John 3rd chapter and 4th verse. So it says, unto them that knoweth to do good. Right. Because we know to do good. Because we're the ones that go out to the highways and byways and tell our people to do good. And what's that mean? Tell them don't celebrate these holidays, man. Turn away from the wickedness they do. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So we're going to tell them that. So when the Lord comes back, they're not going to have no cloak saying, Lord, I didn't know. And I bring out a scripture to prove that. But, we go out there, and there's not going to be no excuse for you 2/3, man. Because we out there in the highways and byways, you see us, man. You see us and you hear us. But you choose to ignore us. And ultimately, you're not even ignoring us. You're ignoring the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is the Heavenly Father and the Son. So you really not showing us no disrespect, because all we are is vessels, man. We're just a tool to try to wake y'all asses up. The Lord is speaking through us. So you think you're ignoring us. You may think you might be making fun of us. You may think that you are looking at us as unworthy to be listened to, but honestly, at the end of the day, you're spitting in the Lord's face, man. So I read it again. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. So the wages of sin is death, and that's what you're gonna get ultimately, because you keep ignoring the Lord's prophets, the Lord's words. You're gonna receive your recompensation for that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to receive your reward for not listening to the Lord. All right? I'm going to go to the book of John now, the 9th verse. This is John chapter 9, verse 41. And Yahushua said unto them, if you were blind, ye should have no sin. Right? So if you didn't know you was doing wrong, you know what I'm saying? You commit no sin. That's why the Lord says, I wink at your ignorance. Because if you did something you didn't know was wrong, then it's like it says, you didn't commit a sin. Because that's what grace is, Because if you didn't know you committed sin and you did it, you can't be held wrong for that. But so now we out here in the highways, byways, and we telling our people their sins. We're telling them to repent from their sins. Telling them that this, eating abominable foods is a sin. Sleeping with your brother's wife is a sin. Lying to your brother is a sin. Stealing from your brother is a sin. Not having love for your brother is a sin, man. If you out here killing your brother in the street, that's unrighteous. That's a sin, man. Celebrating these holidays is a sin. You know what I mean? So if you didn't know this before we came out here and told you this, then the Lord winks at your ignorance. Because, you know, we all didn't, we wasn't born in this truth, man. So we all, you know, even from the greatest of us to the least of us, no Israelite was born in this, knowing that they were Israelite, unless your parents are Israelite now. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, even back in the 80s and the 70s, you could have been born into this, meaning like your parents knew you was an Israelite. But even then, there's nobody keeping the law, statute, commandment perfectly, man. Not here in America, not here in the world. There's nobody keeping the law, statute, commandments perfectly. So we all was born into sin, like the scripture says. So reading again, Yahweh said unto them, if ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, we see, therefore your sin remaineth. Right, because now, you know, we out here telling y'all, this is sin. Not keeping the laws, statutes, commandments is sin. Not keeping the Sabbath is a sin. Eating pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, and other abominable foods is a sin. Committing adultery is a sin. Stealing is sin. You know, all these different sins, etc., etc. And you know, and you after you know, and you still remaining to do it, you under the curse. You under the penalty of sin, man. The penalty of sin is death. So that's what you're going to receive. All right. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. All right. This ain't the words of us. Because, you know, a lot of people try to say, like, oh, we twist and interpret the Bible wrong. We're reading this verbatim, man. This is what Yahweh Shai said. All right? From there, I'm going to go to John 13 and 17. Yahweh Shai speaking again. Right, 13 and 17. If ye knew these things, happy are ye if ye do them. Right. So that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be happy that we have the answers. You know, we're always looking for answers to life. These are the answers to life, man. Keep the law, statute, commandments. This is the whole duty of man. The Lord said the whole duty of man is to keep his commandments. So he's saying he says do not go out here and worship Christmas. Do not come out here and worship Thanksgiving. Do not come up here, you know, they got the whole New Year's thing going on. New Year's, it can't be a new year in the dead of the winter, man. And if people stop and like paid attention and really thought about it, like why would something new, nothing new comes out in the winter. The winter represents death. Everything dies and comes back new again in what? In spring. So the new year should be in the springtime, right? Not in the dead of winter. Ain't nothing being made brand new in the wintertime. It doesn't make any sense, man. And that's because, you know, like the scripture says, they think to change the times in the law. In times and the laws and seasons. That's what they do, man. They got New Year's in the dead of the winter, man. And everybody just runs with it, not even questioning it. Like how can something be made new in the dead? It's like an oxymoron. You got a new year in the dead of the winter. Makes no sense. All right. Let's go to my next verse. The next verse is John 15 and 20. Yahweh Shai speaking again. No. This is not what I want. I'm gonna go to Ezekiel 33 and 11. Uh, 33. That's up from the top. Ezekiel chapter 33. And again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, which is the children of Israel, which you so-called black Latino Native Americans, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, right? And that's what the Lord did. He done set those prophets up of thy people. You know, you're not gonna have men from the other nations prophesying to his people, telling the people to wake up out of their iniquities, man. Stop committing iniquities, stop committing sin. The prophets of the Lord that the Lord has in the highways and byways, they're of your nation. They're going to look just like you, all right? If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet and warn the people, right? And the Lord's prophets, they see the sword coming, man, because you know what? Lord, you know, we those men, we see that we got woken up out of our sleep and knowing that the destruction is coming to this place. First and foremost, America, man. The Lord's going to do away with America. He's going to destroy America with a thermonuclear fire. All right. So that's the sword. You know, we see that actually these centurions running down on our people. The time of Jacob trouble, we see that coming, man, through the prophecies of the Lord. We also see famine coming. We also see pestilence coming, man. We also see race riots coming. So we out here warning our people of this sword that's coming to the land. Because ultimately, that's our duty here. That's our job on earth, man. Right now, until the Lord comes back, our job is to wake up the people, which is the one third of our people, because not all of y'all going to get it. All right? Verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Right. And that's the 2/3 of our people, because you hear the sound of the trumpet, which us, being on the highways and byways, man. Seeing us is the trumpets, and hearing the word that comes out, the prophecies that come out of our mouth from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is hearing the trumpet. But you're not taking warning to that trumpet. You're not taking warning to that sound, man. You're just hearing the trumpet. You hear the trumpet, you see the trumpet, and you're just going on to daily life thinking that war is not coming, because that's what a trumpet does. Like the scripture says, it's warning. The sound of the trumpet is a warning of war. If you watch movies, before they go to battle, what happens? Somebody blows the trumpet, man. Even in America, I think they stopped doing that. Maybe in Vietnam, I think they stopped doing that, blowing on the trumpet, if I'm not correct. If I'm not mistaken. They stopped blowing the trumpet right before they went to war. But before all wars, right before you go to battle, there was a trumpet sound. And where they get that from? They get that from the nation of Israel, man. We did that. We blew the trumpet to warn our people that war is coming, man. And we're doing it still to this day, man. Nothing new under the sun. Right now, we warn our people through the sound of the trumpet with our mouth, man, from the Lord. The Lord sent us out there to the highways and byways to blow that trumpet, man, to blow that sound, let our people know that war is coming. All right, read verse 4 again. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood should be upon his head. What does it mean by take not warning? Turn from your iniquity, man. Wake up to the fact that you're an Israelite and you lived your life so far in sin. Return back to the Lord. Keep the Lord's statutes and commandments. That's taking warning. All right, verse 5. He heareth the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Right. And that's only going to be... I'll read again. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. And that's 2/3 of our nations. At that day when the Lord comes back and crack that sky and set this place in order and kills 2/3 of our people, that blood should be upon you, because you had ample opportunity to turn back to the Lord. But you're not going to, because you're going to continue to live your life the way you want to live it. And it says, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his own soul. Lord willing, that's us, man. The 1/3, the 144,000, we're those people, man, that took heed to the warning. Knowing like, damn, I lived my life all messed up. I was going off. I know I'm an Israelite, so I gotta live my life as an Israelite by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. Verse 6. But if the watchman seeth the sword come, right, and that's the prophets of the Lord, if we see that sword come and blow not the trumpet, and we don't go out to these highways and byways and try to warn our people and wake up our people, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and taketh any person from among them. Right, so if the sword come, the destruction of this place come, and we didn't warn y'all, and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. Right, so the 2/3 are still going to die in your iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Right, so if we're not going out to these highways and byways, the spirit of Satan jumps on brothers that go out to the highways and byways, and it tries to make us lax, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be sitting at home, especially in the wintertime, you're sitting at home, like, damn, I got to go out here in the cold to wake up these idiots, and prophesy to these idiots. So, the spirit of slackness might jump on you, and you know what? We have to battle that spirit, man, because you know what? The Lord has given us a great task, man, because not everybody can be a prophet. Not everybody can fit in these shoes, man. You have to be a soldier to come out there in these highways and byways in the cold and in the blistering heat, man. To come out here to warn some stiff-necked, hard-headed individuals who look at you and ignore you while you out here freezing your ass off in the dead winter or burning up in the summertime. Like, you have to be a real soldier to do this, and you have to appreciate that that gift that the Lord gave you to go out there and prophesy and break down these scriptures. First and foremost, to understand these scriptures is a great gift, man. So you need to honestly and ultimately be thankful of your gift, man. Because not everybody, this wasn't, like it says, many are called, but few are chosen. So if the Lord chose you to go out here and do this work, to be a watchman of your people, you really have to appreciate that, man. And you have to run with that gift. The Lord just don't give his gifts to anybody, man. Because the Lord could take the spirit right from you. That's why you have to also pray that prayer, Psalms 151. Cast me not away from thy presence. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord could kick you out of this thing. You want to play around with this gift that he gave you, the Lord can take it from you. And he can make you go right back to the world. All right? But continue on in this. I'll read the last part again. But his blood would I require at the watchman's hand. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the words at my mouth, right? And warn them from me, right? Because we heard these words. And now that we know these words, we have to warn our people, the ones that don't know. Because ultimately there's going to be a famine of the word. And so until then, because the Lord's going to put the order out where we ain't going to be to the highways and byways no more. And that's probably going to be in the beginning of Jacob's trouble. All right, because these FEMA troops and concentration camps are going to be filled with who? Jake, man. They're going to be rounding up Jake up off the streets. And if we out there prophesying, we're going to be part of that people getting rounded up. So before that happens, the Lord's going to, shut our mouths up. And it's going to be, so 2/3 of our people won't be able to receive that word. They're going to be looking for the word. They're going to be looking for us when all hell breaks loose, but we're not going to be on the highways and byways no more. YouTube's going to be shut down, man. So if you're not getting it when it's available to you, then you just going to get killed by that sword, man. You didn't even take the warning when the hand was stretched out to you. You're going to be caught up in that madness, man. All right, reading on, verse 8. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood would I require at thy hand. Right, so if we don't go out here and warn our people, man, tell them to turn from their wickedness, the Lord's going to require their blood from us, man. And, I don't want to be, I know for myself, and I know, the Lord willing through the Spirit, other brothers, we don't want to be blamed for your wickedness. 2/3 I'm speaking about. We don't want to be held accountable because we didn't warn y'all. So you know what? We're gonna continue to do these works. We're gonna continue to do these videos. We're gonna continue to go out to these highways and byways. We're gonna continue to try to wake up our people. Even because because like the scripture says, you got to mark them too who did not turn back to the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So by us marking them, by us telling them that they're wrong for what they're doing, celebrating Christmas, celebrating these other holidays, eating abominable foods, adultery, etc., etc., we warning them. That's washing the blood off our hands, man. All right. Verse 9. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Right. So we have taken that. We have washed the blood away, their blood away, by telling them turn back to the Lord, keep the Lord's statutes and commandments. You're an Israelite. This is the Lord's name. Don't celebrate these holidays. We are washing that blood off our hands. So when all hell breaks loose and we're watching the destruction of this place, we can't feel guilty, man. Like, damn, we didn't do enough. Because when the Lord shuts this down, where there's a famine of the word, a famine of hearing his words, we've done our job, man. Lord willing, we strive to the end, but ultimately we have done our job, man. We have done our job as a watchman. Because our job is ultimately to let our people know that war is coming, man. Famine is coming. Pestilence is coming. The sword is coming. We letting 2/3 of our people in, and the 1/3 of our people, we're waking them up. But ultimately, we're letting the house of Israel know that these things are coming, man. All right? Verse 10. Therefore, O son of man, speak unto the house of Israel, you so-called black Latino Native Americans, thus ye speak, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how shall we then live? Say unto them, as I live, saith Yahweh our power, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked. Right, the Lord has no pleasure in the death of the wicked. He'd rather see the whole house of Israel turn back to the Lord, but he knows that 2/3 of our people are not. So y'all gotta die, man. Ultimately, that's it. Point blank period. Y'all have to die. All right? But that the wicked turn from his way and live, right? Like I said, the Lord would rather the whole house of Israel, because the Lord loves Israel. That's the only people he loves. He would rather that the whole house of Israel turn from their wicked way. But he knows that we are a backsliding people, stiff-necked people, hard-headed people. And they're not going to turn back to the Lord. They'll rather live here and continue in wickedness. All right? Turn ye from your evil ways. For why will ye die, O house of Israel? So the Lord is asking, why do y'all want to die? He's giving y'all the keys to life, the keys to salvation. But y'all rather die because y'all want to continue living in y'all folliness, man. All right? So from there, wrap it up with Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. This is a precept of what I just read. This is verse 18. Ezekiel 3:18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked of his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but the blood would I require at thy hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and the righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered, but his blood would I require at thy hand. Right? So ultimately, that's what we out here to do, man. We're trying to wake up our people, which is going to be the one third of our people, man. It's going to be 1/3 of our people is going to wake up. But you 2/3, y'all gonna die in y'all wickedness because y'all not gonna hear the words of the trumpet, man. You're not gonna take heed to the sound of the trumpet. All right. So y'all want to continue to go out here and celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, this New Year's, all these other stupid holidays. Y'all want to continue to eat abominable foods. Y'all want to continue to not keep the law, statutes, commandments. The Lord has a sword coming to you, man. All right. So I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Enough saying, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom to the elect. We almost out here, man. Hold on.